This is about, we've never seen a major invasion of a European country since World War II.
Yes, welcome back. Recently, I came across a series of videos. According to this article from Gateway Pundit, Gaetz and Lauren Boebert stay seated and skip their applause as Zelensky speak to Congress and demand U.S. cash. Going down on the article, Ukrainian leader Zelensky addressed Congress on Wednesday night and demanded more money from the American taxpayers. The Uniparty Democrat and Senate Republican overwhelmingly agreed to pay Zelensky another $100 billion for his war effort against Russia. During his speech on Wednesday, two Republicans, Gaetz and Lauren Boebert, refused to stand and applaud as Zelensky put more demand on U.S. tax dollars.
We must do it. I believe there should be. So here is the front line. The tyranny which has no lack of cruelty against the lives of free people. And your support is crucial, not just to stand in such fight, but to get to the turning point to win on the battlefield. We have artillery. Yes. Thank you. We have it. Is it enough? Honestly, not really. To ensure Bakhmut is not just a stronghold that holds back the Russian army, but for the Russian army to completely pull out, more cannons and shells are needed. If so, just like the Battle of Saratoga, the fight for Bakhmut will change the trajectory of our war for independence and for freedom. If your patriots stop the Russian terror against our cities, it will let Ukrainian patriots work to the full to defend our freedom.
Like you saw, Gaetz, Lauren Boebert decided not to stand up. Everybody was up, but the two decided not to stand. There is something I noticed recently. Marjorie Taylor Greene is against these two people just for reasons I don't understand. Marjorie Taylor Greene tweeted a few days ago after Gaetz has been insisting that Republicans should not vote for Kevin McCarthy as the head of the House. She went against the two, bring out facts how she has supported Lauren Boebert, even donated on her campaign. Now she get up and side with Gaetz. You will see it clearly from this video. They have made up a team, I think the two of them, to stand tall against anything the Democrats are opting for. I don't know what is going on. There is a clip I came across yesterday.
I brought with me the Omni, 4,155 pages. When was it produced? In the dead of the night, 1:30 in the morning when it was released. Now, people argue that it's conservatives' fault. You don't have the Christmas spirit. Somehow you're holding up government. Well, whose job is it to produce this? The people in charge of spending, the people in charge of both of the parties. When did they know that this would be necessary? Well, it's in the law, September 30th. You got 9 months, almost 10 months, to produce a plan, to have a spending plan. They weren't ready on September 30th, so they voted themselves 90 more days. They weren't ready last week either, so they voted themselves another week. And now we have it at 1:30 in the morning this morning. But what's the clamor? The clamor is to vote. Vote now. Let's get it done. Why are you standing in the way of spending? Well, the real question is this. What is more dangerous? What is more dangerous to the country? $1.1 trillion in new debt, or as Republican leadership likes to say, oh, but it's a win. It's a big win. We're getting $45 billion for the military. So which is more important? Which threatens the country more? Are we at risk for being invaded by a foreign power if we don't put $45 billion into the military? Or are we more at risk by adding to a $31 trillion debt? I think the greatest risk to our national security is our debt. The process stinks. It's an abomination. It's a no-good, rotten way to run your government. $6 trillion entity, and they want 24 hours to process this, and then they want to go forward. I will be demanding 2 amendments. One, that this goes against the budget rules. The pay-go rules say you can't do this. You can't have all this new spending unless it's offset. We will also be demanding that the pay-go rules are increased. Instead of taking 60 votes to evade the rules, we're going to ask that it be a 2/3 vote to evade the rules. The American people don't want this. They're sick and tired of it. They're paying for it through the nose with inflation. Adding $1 trillion to the deficit will simply fuel the fires that are consuming our wages and consuming our retirement plans. It's a terrible system. Someone needs to stand up. We're standing up, and we're going to say no.
Ever since this issue started, and we were all warned not to actually exploit this topic, I have been seeing on social media a lot of people are furious as money keep entering this country. This is a bill that came out recently. Rand Paul seems not to be happy with this. Some Republicans stood up and sided with the bill. How they're spending money. Rand Paul went further to bring out the debt. Just within a short period of time, he wondered in the few years ahead how much the debt will be. You can see it clearly. How long will you take to actually read all these to know what is inside this bill? It is exorbitant, to actually study this. How many pages? When I saw this, even Elon Musk had to tweet that people should, he had to make a poll about this bill. I actually wonder what is happening.